Hello everyone, welcome back to Sri Lankan Geek Show. So Sumudu, what happened last week?
Last week. So a lot happened. So from Wednesday onwards, there is non-stop rain also. So that happened. And as I mentioned in the last episode, so I was planning to I was in the middle of switching jobs. So I started in the new place. So that's a whole new experience that I'm facing, and a little bit terrified of the experience and challenges that I'll be facing also. So that's how my week went by. So basically the last 3 to 4 days it was very difficult to get out of the bed in the morning due to the rain and all. So Isuru, so are you affected by the rain? No, right?
So affected
like floods or landslides?
No floods, no floods, but as you said, really lazy to step out from the house and getting off from the bed. Yeah, those are the effects that happen from the current rainy situation. So I think this is as per my knowledge, this is common for the whole Sri Lanka, right? Like I have seen some flood warnings for Gampaha and few other districts as well.
And there have been few landslides also. I think yesterday I saw in the news there was a little bit massive landslide over family, I think.
Oh, is it?
I saw some rescue missions going on, finding the family members.
Due to this high quality content in Sri Lankan channels, now I am not watching any Sri Lankan channel. So these kind of news these are coming from the Facebook. So when I am not having time to go to the Facebook, so this news not coming to me.
I think this is not only in Sri Lanka. So one of my friends from Australia said that in there also there have been few flood and heavy raining warnings that have been issued for them. So it was prior to us. So for us, the non-stop rain started from Wednesday, I think, as I can remember. But a week prior, he sent to me an email that was sent by the government saying about the precautions that they must take in case of massive flood. And also he showed me few pictures they are preparing, the people and the government is preparing, and they are producing sandbags to keep away flood. So
this is is it Australia?
Australia, Melbourne area, I think. So I think this rain is not only for Sri Lanka, and so as the time of recording, the rain has stopped for our area. Is it the same on your side?
Yes.
Hopefully it will go away.
Otherwise, we can't talk. It's very noisy. When it's
and also now the clothes situation is also getting bad.
Yes.
I saw normally Facebook saying that we have only 7 undergarments now. All 7 are wet. So the next week is intense due to that.
Thank God, due to this work from home, we can wear only one piece.
If we had to travel to work every day, then it will be a very bad situation for us also.
So in Australia, Sumudu, normally their main threat was the fire.
Wildfires.
Wildfires. So each and every main towns and junctions, they have indicators whether the how risky this area is to have a wildfire. So I think now it's floods. Okay.
Not sure, but I think for there also it rained for a long while. So heavy rains, continuous heavy rains were there. So
actually these countries were not ready for any rains. Since they are getting very less rains, even their roads and drainage systems are not capable to handle a lot of water. So definitely if it's rain higher than the normal rate, definitely they are getting flooded. That's how they have designed their cities. I think if they are getting like higher value of raining than normal, I think they will prepare themselves to like bear this heavy raining in the future.
Yeah. So talking about news, so did you hear about the tax modifications that the government is going to do?
Let's not talk about it. Actually, this is little bit too early to talk about it because it's not confirmed yet.
It's not finalized yet.
What they have proposed is for my private, like personal opinion, is it's not fair. It's not fair for the Sri Lankan citizens because Sri Lankan citizens living it's a Facebook meme. There's a Facebook meme said like, Sri Lankan people's living a Somalian life but
paying
going to
taxes.
pay a European tax. So I have the same opinion. Since the Sri Lankan people living very hard time right now, everything is very costly, and most of the people are like trying their maximum to maintain their life as usual. So in this kind of time, having more taxes, it's like for the citizens they can't bear.
I think the government, so I'm not sure about this, but the government is also not having any other option as I know. So since the IMF has restricted printing money, and I think government will also have to like earn somehow, so they will have to impose taxes. But the problem is like when buying anything from a shop also we are paying tax to the government. So if they can reduce those taxes and impose taxes based on the income, then it will be a little bit fair. But I don't think the government is in a position to remove those taxes.
So if they, like you said, if they want to increase the income tax for most of the people, so like you said, they have to reduce. Like now we are paying tax for communication and foods, for imported items. Like there are a lot of taxes.
So for example, during the days back when we got the opportunity to import vehicles, so I think the government in Sri Lanka earned more profit than the vehicle manufacturer himself due to these taxes.
Exactly.
So we have to pay those taxes, and also again we have to pay taxes based on our income. That's really unfair.
Like it's 300% tax for the government. Like.
So in other countries, as I know, where they have imposed this direct income tax, the tax from the products are not there, I think.
Yes, exactly.
Then it's fair because
foods and goods are very cheap in those countries, but the taxes are high, and in the same time they are like government giving a lot of benefits to the citizens as well. Like even now in Sri Lanka, citizens doesn't have anything, like even they doesn't have a proper public transportation. Trains, buses like this is not enough, but still I don't know. This is not ending topic if we started to talk.
We'll see what will happen. So until we live in Sri Lanka, so we'll have to abide to those things. So if they impose tax, we'll have to wait. No other option. I think they have may increase the sentence, or like the penalty that a person will have to do if they found without paying tax. I think now it's increased to an imprisonment of 2 years or something, or 10 million rupees or something. We'll see.
Nice. Even in that case, only innocent citizen.
Because the people who have political power and those powers, their income is not getting audited also. So, did you see that recently there was something? I'm not sure about the whole case, and the situation. There was a lady that was arrested due to
yes. I saw that news.
So most of the famous people and also politicians have given their money to her, right? Yeah. I think she, like, the main purpose of giving her money was to make the black money in a way that legit, right? I think
yes.
So like money laundering,
convert
basically.
Black to white. Yes, I think most of the politicians have deposited all the black money under her supervision in her finance bank.
Yeah, this is
bank. I think.
I think you have watched Breaking Bad, right? So in there, the lawyer Saul Goodman also does the same thing.
Yes.
So Hank, no, not Hank. What's the name? Walter White.
I can't remember the characters, but I can remember the story a little bit.
So those were the hot news that took place
Sri Lanka,
in the last 2 weeks.
So one of my friend is coming to Sri Lanka, so I was planning to tell him to buy me a mobile phone because currently I am using half broken one. But I wanted to buy a Samsung flagship phone, but like all are overpriced. Like all the good phones are more than 4 lakhs or nearly 4 lakhs or more than 4 lakhs.
When it convert to Sri Lankan
rupee, yes. So then I searched for a second option. If I can't buy a Samsung flagship phone, but the second option is Google Pixel.
Yeah, Google Pixels are very expensive, I think, right?
But compared to Samsung, now it's cheap.
Really? The 7 Pro and stuff?
Yes. Still it's free. Cheap than Samsung flagships. Pixel, I think they have released a watch as well.
Yeah, Pixel watch.
They
released it recently with the 7 and the 7 Pro.
7 Pro, yes. 7 and 7 Pro, yes.
Now I think they are also using their own chipset, like Apple. So they have their Tensor chipset.
Tensor chip.
So I think if you are buying an Android, it's better to go for Google Pixel than going for Samsung.
For a flagship, Samsung flagship, yes.
But I'm not sure about the hardware. There were in the early days, there were a few issues in the hardware in Google Pixel phones. Now I think they have refined them as well.
Yeah. So I recently tried to compare these Google Pixel and other phones and everything. So still the Google Pixel have very low number of pixels in their camera.
Yeah.
But still they are very famous to get nice photos.
AI.
So what they all do is using an AI to fine tune the image. So with this Tensor chip in 6 and 7, I think they have improved their image quality as well. Even though
using the same sensor.
Yeah, with the same sensor.
Yeah, they have dedicated the small part of the chipset for machine learning. So Apple is also doing the same thing. So up until the 14, I think Apple phone also had only 12 megapixels in the main camera. So they also, in their own chipset, there is a part for this neural processing, those things. So due to that, they have the control of themselves.
Yeah. So overall, Google Pixel phones are in a very good standard, like camera, performance and everything. But I have seen very in detail reviews from different people like Marky Brownlee and Mr. Who's the Boss, like those two famous YouTubers. Like they have compared these these Google Pixel 6, 7 phones with other phones in detail manner. So what they said, like even though it compared to Apple and Samsung, the image quality and the images are like it's not natural. Like sometimes AI do lot of processing and edits, and it's not natural. Like even like they have shown some examples in the night.
It look like I have seen that.
So it's not natural at all. Like from when it takes.
So in the last video of Marcus Brownlee also on May 7 Pro, I think watched it yesterday. I think so. In that also he mentions that some of the photos are over HDR processed. So
yes.
In Apple, Apple also I think up until recently they were like going very hard on the night mode, but later they fine-tuned it so that it's not like daytime. So when we take a photo, it like even though it is we can see the stuff, it maintains that night time mood. Earlier they used to light it up and like it was like a day, not night.
So however, like overall now Google Pixel 7 is good, but it's still there could be some software bugs as well, because this is raw Android and they are pushing the changes very quick manner, and it's not tested from a third party. Like when it's come to Samsung, like they are getting the security patches from the Google and they verified it and they fine-tune it to their devices and release it. Even though the releases are very slow, but the releases are very stable, not like Google Pixel releases. But let's see.
So based on what I know about you, I think that won't matter, right? So when you get the phone, you flash a custom.
yeah. Normally, yes. For most of the Samsung flagship phones that I have used are flashed and installed custom ROMs.
So in the early days you could have gone for OnePlus also, but now OnePlus of is also like they have like OnePlus and Xiaomi. I think they all are in the same company. Like so, because of that, now the OS is not that stock. So OnePlus software, but OnePlus is also like building new good hardware and stuff. Were you able to compare those phones, their offerings?
No, not yet.
So you're planning for an upgrade, however, right?
We'll see. Even like the best option that I can go for now is a Google Pixel, but we'll see.
So how much is like a normal S22 Plus or something? There is a Plus, right? Plus and then a Pro, Ultra or something. So.
Yeah. Wait, like I can give right now. I can not. This is not from Sri Lanka. Like one of my friend is coming from a foreign country. In from there, if I tell him to buy S22 Ultra 5G smartphone.
Ultra is the highest end one, right? So
highest end, yes.
Must be very.
It will cost. This is 12 GB RAM and 256 GB ROM version. It will cost 4 lakhs and 15,000.
I think based compared to the prices in Sri Lanka, it's really cheap.
Yes, in Sri Lanka it's like 6 lakhs.
Yeah.
So Google Pixel
is 7 Pro available in that country yet?
Yes.
It's available.
7 Pro. No. Wait. 7 Pro is not yet available. So I'll tell you the 6 Pro prices. I think 7 Pro is available.
How much?
It's 7 Pro is 128 GB ROM. I think that now there's a reason. Since it's newly released, they are fetching, like, ordering from some other countries, and these people are acting like a middle person. So since it's not released to this region, they are bringing some other countries and selling. So it's like same amount, like 4 lakhs and 10,000. 7 Pro. Let's
So without going
6
for
Pro.
an Ultra, you can like go for S22 Plus, right? It's the same. Do you want the greatest and best camera and all?
And
so, pen, stylus.
Stylus, yes.
Then you
Yeah,
have to go
I
for
think
Ultra.
S22 Plus is a good option, right? S22
Now
Plus.
Samsung is not releasing Note phones, right? Instead of that,
No, that's why they
Ultra.
are Ultra. Do they have S22 Plus? Yes,
Yeah,
yes, they have. It's like 3 lakhs and 70,000.
Small
It's
difference,
like,
right? So
50,000, 55,000 difference.
So it's better to go for the Ultra then. It has, I think, the zoom lens, and I think there is huge difference in the camera also.
Yeah, I have seen someone has taken a photo from S22 Ultra, like the moon.
Yeah.
He can zoom until you see the patches in the moon.
Yeah, so regarding that, I saw some article, and also I saw some few videos. I think Marcus Brownlee also made a video on that. So in some companies, like I'm not sure about the company brand, some Chinese companies, I don't know whether Samsung is also doing that. So they advertise their extra, like, mega zoom and also like 10x, 20x, 30x, those zooms, and they advertise like we can take images of the moon and all. So what behind the scenes, what these phones does is, when they identify that we are taking a picture of the moon, artificial, like they instead of taking the real moon photo, they show a hard-coded photo, which is
it's like a filter.
It's like basically filter. It's like when they detect we are taking a photo of the moon, it may, like, instead of the real moon, it shows the moon that is stored in the phone. So like even though we like take the same moon from different angles, the phone will generate the same picture. So like it's like a small AI which is like enhancing the moon photo. So they know this is a moon. So because of that, they add the patches and stuff themselves. Not sure whether Samsung is also doing that, but I saw an article and also saw that video saying that so they have found some Chinese phone companies have been doing that.
Advertising gimmicks.
Yeah, so when we take the photo also, instead of the real moon, they like apply a filter to make sure that it is sharp and all. So we can't blame them because it's similar to what Pixel is doing with the AI, so they enhance it. So when they identify that is a moon photo, they I think Huawei or someone did that. Not sure.
Like, Chinese people are very famous for these kind of things, right? Faking things and advertise it. Like, I like, from the beginning they have started this from the power banks, I think. They have added extra weight in the power banks, and it's only one battery in the big size of power banks and extra weight. And it feels like it's very premium and there are a lot of capacity, and but inside the power bank it's only one battery.
So talking about the updates, so did you have any like new new stuff discovered over the last week? Alright. Other than phones, finding phones and yeah. So I think you bought a watch, right? And also you bought a few earbuds, right? How are they doing now?
I think they both doing really well. I have used both the items in the heavy rains as well.
Oh really? Even earbuds?
Yeah.
Are they waterproof?
Yeah, like
sweatproof, I think, right?
But it's working fine. Yeah, like both of them are really good. Like I really like both the products. And like we together like have done some researches before buying this product. So I'm really happy with the product, and yeah, we'll see. I'll give you a detailed review after a few months.
So the earbuds were Realme T100 or something.
It's Realme.
I think they are like new products, right? New released products from Realme.
New release product to Sri Lanka,
to Sri Lanka.
But in India and other countries, like they have already released. But for the Sri Lanka, it's new.
So Realme, is it an Indian brand or is it Chinese brand?
Chinese, right?
Chinese.
It's good, like the software support, the quality of the music, and the mic also really good. So I have used it like most of my calls, and the other party doesn't get any difference on my voice, so like it was very clear. So but most of the, like when it's compared to most of the other earbuds, like the call quality is good in this earbud. And yeah, so battery and everything is good up until now, but I don't know the durability.
So so in the last week I also discovered something new. So it's something new that I discovered, but without my knowledge it has been doing it in the background. So for the whole like for a couple of years that I have been owning the phone. So as you know, so like I so I was planning to buy an AirTag to track the vehicle. So when we park it in large garages, so it was sometimes difficult to track down the vehicle. So I was planning to buy an AirTag and place it in the car. So one day when I was like going through the watch, I accidentally opened the Compass app. So this Compass app was updated in the latest watch OS. So and in that I saw like there is a waypoint and it's saying turn, like there is a dot showing in the compass, and that dot had the image of a vehicle. So I was a little bit curious, and when I pressed on it, it showed that parked vehicle and it also showed the coordinates. So like I was curious with the like, is it my vehicle or what? And then when I like went around and see, so that it was like directly pointing to the vehicle that was parked in my house. So then I like started reading on it, and then I found an article on that also, and later I realized, so there is a setting in Apple Maps, so it automatically like records the parked vehicle when it detects that we have switched off the vehicle. So like if we have the phone connected to the vehicle stereo system through Bluetooth, when we switch the vehicle off, it disconnects. So that iPhone pins that location as the parked location of the car. So the Apple, like iPhone has been doing that for a long time. So
smart move.
Yeah, in Apple Maps, like if we go and search as parked car, we can find the coordinates for the vehicle that we have parked, where it was parked. But this feature came to Apple Watch recently with the latest OS update. So that's like
now you can search your vehicle using the watch.
Yeah, in the Compass app we can, like when we open the Compass app, it shows how many kilometers to that waypoint. So in the latest release of OS, Watch OS, they introduced a feature to backtrack also through the compass. So if we are like going in the wilderness, going through a mountain, we can like may start a backtrack, and it will may record all the GPS like bearing points, and we can trace that back, and also we can set waypoints. So earlier we couldn't do those in the compass app, which was just a compass app, but with the latest OS, so those refreshes along with that, that vehicle location is also now in the watch. So now it's easy. So by a press of a button, we can like get the directions to the parked car. Yeah. So
it's a very nice smart move. Like
so Apple Maps have been recording that for a long time. So in the earlier days also, we can search in the Apple Maps with the term parked car, then it will locate the car. So I didn't know that. Now it's integrated to the compass.
Do you have a compass app in your mobile as well?
In the mobile, I think so.
Like if you don't have a watch, like can you find from the mobile?
If you don't have the Apple Watch?
Yes.
Yeah. Because in the Apple Maps, they
Apple Maps you have the point, right?
They put a pin on that coordinates in the Apple Maps, so we can go to Apple Maps and search the term parked car, and then it shows the directions to the car. Now we can look from the watch also. So actually I accidentally discovered this, so I didn't know about this. And when I read on it, it has been there for few iterations of the OS, and we can enable or disable it in Apple Maps settings. So I barely use Apple Maps because in Sri Lanka, directions are not working properly. So I think in Apple Colombo areas, Apple Maps directions are working, but in other rural areas, we feel like from my home, if I press Colombo and request the directions, it says route not found or something. So because of that, I mainly use Google Maps, but so there is that feature. So unknowingly, they have been keeping track of my car. So that was a money saver for me. If not, I would have bought an AirTag.
When you finding AirTag, like in the same time, I also checked on Samsung tags. It also do the same kind of thing, but I didn't dig deeper. It also uses some Bluetooth and some watch battery, and we can do the same thing, finding
similar to AirTag. So they also use their own Samsung phone network, or does it support all the Android?
That's what I didn't dig deeper. I don't know like how does it works, but there are no any SIM slots or anything like that. So definitely it might work like AirTags as well.
So something that is I think popular than like prior to AirTags, and something that was popular similar to this was Tile. So have you heard about that?
Tile. Yes.
I think that works like for both Android and iOS. So we have to install their app, I think. So through that we can track or something. Not sure how that works.
I heard this Tile on air, but like when I go into different reviews on different earbuds. Sorry, not earbuds, earbuds. One of the earbuds supports this Tile.
Tile application.
So Tile application. So if we lost it, like we can find it through the
Tile network.
Tile network. Yes. So that's how I heard about this Tile.
I think they also, now I am like going through their website, so they also I think use same technology similar to AirTags and the Samsung tags. It's also a good business domain, right?
And also one interesting video that I watched a few days back. Tesla was the first self-driving manufactured self-driving cars.
Production level.
Production level self-driving cars. And one of the China company, they have also started to produce self-driving cars, and one of the car reviewer has done a review also. Its name is Xpeng P5. So normally, even though the Tesla has introduced self-driving, like I think it's not supported to city driving. City driving, like
heavy traffic setting.
Yeah, so it's mostly suitable for the highway driving and
just cruising around.
Yeah, exactly. But this Xpeng P5 car, like they have demonstrated, like it's a full busy time, very peak time in China city. Like I think I can't remember the city, but they have gone through the city like 2 hour driving, fully self-driven. They claim that it's not like Tesla. They have used 4 sensors, 4 radar sensors, and there are 2 kind of sensors, radar and LiDAR, right? LiDAR.
Yeah.
I can't remember
I have
the
also
exact
heard
name.
about that.
Yeah. So it's using LiDAR. I think it's using lasers and fetching the distance to each and every object.
Yeah.
It's not image processing or something. So using these 2 types of sensors, like they were capable to drive anywhere now. Like with the support of both of these sensors.
So is that LiDAR or radar?
LiDAR, right?
LiDAR is something light detection and ranging. So radar is radio detection and ranging. LiDAR means some sort of a light, I think.
Yeah, maybe it's LiDAR, not LiDAR. Maybe it's LiDAR. I can't remember the exact wording that they have used. Maybe LiDAR. The sensor name is maybe LiDAR. Yeah. So that's one interesting thing that I have came across last week. Its name is Xpeng P5.
So that means like when we think about things, so we straight away, like when we see one company or one person do it in straight some way and get successful, we think that it's the only way, but there can be many different ways to achieve the same thing. Some things better.
Yes, exactly.
So I think, but there can't I don't think any other manufacturers will be able to beat the network that Tesla has grown up. Like now they have a huge database of driving data, and that knowledge is I think used to enhance their AI also.
Yes. Even this Xpeng, they also claim that they still have space to improve using collecting more data. So they are planning to collect more data. So there are any specific unit for that to collect driving data to improve the driving experience later. So they are saying that monthly the driving experience will be improved. So compared to this like you said, Tesla has more experience and
also they have more knowledge and more resources. So
exactly.
Tesla can simply grab their knowledge and implement in their cars in the new models.
Yes. And for Tesla, self-driving is only one part. There are a lot of other interesting areas as well.
So when talking about this self-driving and those training models, so something I saw an interesting video on Facebook. So in Tesla, so in the screen when we are going down the road, we can it detects the vehicles and the roads around us, and it shows those things visualized in the screen. So I saw that one person has been driving behind a horse carriage, and he has recorded the screen. So the Tesla model doesn't identify can't identify what is going in front. So it tries to identify that, detect that as a lorry and then as a truck, and then like the system glitches. So basically the screen like visualizing part, it jumps from a truck, then a car, then because like I think there are like few variations, and so the model has few variations. So based on the speed and stuff and the size, only they identify whether it is a long truck or a car or something. Since this is going very slow, and also the external appearance is something different, not what they have seen before. So the Tesla car has given a hard time on identifying what is going in front of that. So there can be glitches like that. So
yeah, exactly.
if we like, I think in the current state, if we bring a Tesla car and that Tesla self-driving model and those capabilities in Sri Lanka and deploy it in the road, it will be full confused, I think, because I don't think they have seen any three wheels. Those model, so have seen any three wheels in, and also
they need to have a separate model for three wheelers and bikes.
Yeah.
Because the way they drive,
that's their driving pattern, and also they haven't seen how Sri Lankan buses drive. So
exactly.
In other countries, so those buses go in their own lane and in their own speed, but if they try to implement the same handling mechanisms when they see a bus, the Tesla car will be screwed over.
Even like this, when I'm watching this Xpeng P5 video, when they are demonstrating, even though in a very peak time, when they want to like cut the lanes, like there are like ample space between the cars. Like the car can easily cruise between the lanes and cut to any vehicle. But in Sri Lanka, self-driving AI will wait 2 to 3 days until it gets space to cut the line. Yeah, exactly.
I think like in Sri Lanka there are like auto lane, not lane keeping. So there is a part like there are a few stages of self-driving. So the stage 1 is just assisting, like lane departure warning and stuff, and then we have that adaptive cruise control and stuff. And along with that, there is another mechanism where like auto lane changing. I think I can't remember the term. Like if we put the signal, it will check all the blind spots, whether there are any vehicles, and changes the lane. So I was like wondering whether it has been tried in Sri Lanka. So in highway, I think it will work perfectly, but in a normal road, if we allow it to do the lane change, it will never be able to do it, because there is no, the validations will not be passed. Because there is no enough space and all.
Sumudu, in like we can't enable adaptive cruise control in normal roads as well. Like we have to pass 40 kilometers per hour speed to enable this. So if we may really going slow, like normal in a normal route, in Sri Lanka, in town areas, like we are going around 20 now, 20 or 30 now. So we can't enable cruise.
So in Sri Lanka, if we buy that lane auto changing featured vehicle, we can only use that in the highway.
Yeah, exactly. But that lane assisting, like now if you are closing to a lane, like the steering wheel slightly may correct the path. That's really handy. Normally in Sri Lankan highways, that's really handy. I have seen some videos, like not in Sri Lanka, in some other countries, like they are cruising just like the highways that we are currently having in Sri Lanka, like very narrow highways in Indonesia, I guess. So it's slightly correct the vehicle when it moves to like going to near the sidelines, corrects the way.
That's, I think, lane keep assist or something, right?
Lane keep assistance, right? Yeah, maybe.
So there are new technologies coming every day.
So, like the conditions what we have right now in Sri Lanka with the import ban and everything, like we might not see these kind of cars in Sri Lanka in a while.
So one I think I saw it in an Instagram reel or something. So now they have, means in India there are new versions of the Alto also. So like when we think of an Alto, the brand new Alto, when we think of this, what comes to my mind is a very old Alto. Like if you go to India, brand new Altos are totally different now. Because in Sri Lanka we can't import them. We only see around 2014, 15, 16 those Altos most common. So the world is moving forward when we are stuck in the same place.
We are stuck in Alto.
No, in Alto also, like old versions of Altos. In other vehicles also, I think so. Now there is a new version of Vessel also. So we haven't seen those. And there are a few other models that have new facelifts and new versions that we haven't seen. Even the Land Cruiser also, there are only like 2 or 3 in Sri Lanka which have been bought for that DPL stuff.
See, in Sri Lanka, still we are using some vehicles without no safety stuff, like NCAP stuff, like this Alto and some Mahindra cars and Tata, right? I can't remember some other brands, like they doesn't have any safety. Like they don't have ABS, airbags, whatever. Like they only have the seat belt. That's the only safety option they have.
In the recent Altos, I think it was made mandatory for the driver to have airbag, as I can remember. And also in Sri Lanka also, there was some sort of a law, but I don't know whether it is properly imposed. So in order to import a vehicle to Sri Lanka, there must be at least one airbag or something. I can remember something like that.
Maybe. So there were some rules to ban 2-stroke 3-wheelers in Sri Lanka to save the environment. But still the 2-stroke 3-wheelers are everywhere.
I don't think Indian vehicles are tested in NCAP. They are using some other testing mechanism, benchmark, I think, not NCAP.
Yeah, maybe, but even though some car reviewers using testing these vehicles to rate like the 0 stars, like they do the same testing just like JNCAP. The bill quality.
It's a sad situation. So we have to pay around 30 lakhs to buy something which doesn't have any safety.
Maybe India have different level of testing, like version is like testing mechanism. Definitely the 5 stars from India is 1 star from Japan. It's equal to 1 star.
In India, I think for the price, for the amount that they are paying, I think that car is worth it. Even without the safety, I think Altos are very cheap in India. So I think the basic model in Maruti Suzuki now. They stop production of 800 cc vehicle, right? Maruti 800
normally the amount of money that we are spending for a motorbike, like we can buy 2 Alto cars in India.
That's the thing. So for Indians it's not a problem. For Sri Lanka
they are using those like small cars for maybe very short journey.
That's the sad situation in Sri Lanka. So we'll hope, but the government will do. But I don't think we'll be able to import any vehicle in the near future.
Exactly. Okay, so I think
so the audience might be a little bit confused because we didn't talk any IT related, like the IT industry related stuff today. So we thought as a change we'll just talk about anything that comes to our mind. So we didn't have a topic today. So from next week we'll try to stick to a topic, and there are a few topics that I have in the mind also, like how we can build our portfolios and whether like freelancing is it worth it. So we can have discussions on those, and also the responsibilities of a software engineer and stuff. So,
yeah, let's talk about next week, definitely.
Yeah. So since it's a rainy day, so it's better if we can like
let's go to bed quickly. Okay, so let's finish. So thank you everyone. Thank you everyone for your time, and have a nice week.
Thank you guys. Bye.